Before I start this speech, I'm going to tell you a short story. My dad and I were out running errands when he let me know that we had to stop at CVS to pick up his medicine. A little background, my dad has very bad acid reflux. It's so bad that he has had surgery and still has trouble swallowing his food and still has debilitating chest pains. At the time of this CVS trip, he was picking up a new acid reflux medicine. Hopefully it would work better than his last one that was not working as well. He was still having problems eating and breathing. We get to the pharmacy and we get rang out, and the cashier tells us that our total is going to be a little over $100. When I tell you my jaw hit the floor, my dad asked, "What about insurance?" To which the lady responded, "That is the total with insurance." And I was in shock. I had never really seen anyone pay more than like $50 max for medicine up until that point. Without my dad's insurance, which is pretty good, the total would have been well over $200. There are a couple things wrong with this situation. First and foremost, a medication that allows my dad to eat and breathe would cost him over $200 were he without his job, resulting in a loss of insurance. Secondly, the price gouging that is ever present in the pharmaceutical and medical industries is costing people astronomical amounts of money. Finally, even those who are insured still have to pay the competitive prices of insurance companies that can't balance out with one another. Stories like mine and my dad's are everywhere in the US 24/7. Universal healthcare coverage would help in the alleviation of medical financial burden on US citizens. It would lower the cost of healthcare economically, and it would also provide a standard of service, allowing all people to have the same care at a fair cost. David Himmelstein with the American Journal of Health said in March of 2019 that national surveys confirm that medical bills frequently cause financial hardship, and the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau reported that the most common cause of unpaid bills sent to collection agencies in 2014 were medical bills, accounting for more than half of the debts. Even with all of the social aid programs like Medicare and things like that we have in place, there are too many people slipping through the cracks of our healthcare system and being disqualified for coverage. No one should have to die because they can't afford their insulin, or risk losing their home, their cars, and their children because they can't pay their cancer costs. According to Lori Konish of the CNBC news station in February of 2019, an estimated 530,000 U.S. families turn to bankruptcy every year because of medical issues and expenses. With universal healthcare coverage, over time, the government would save money rather than having to pay for the repercussions of countless families going without coverage. Take our current state of affairs with the COVID-19 pandemic. Testing and medical expenses for this virus is already costing individuals hundreds of thousands of dollars, when the spread is massively made known in the media to be something that needs to be prevented. The Balance, an article written by Kimberly Amadeo in March of 2020, says that the United States of America is currently one of the only 33 developed nations without universal healthcare coverage. Were we to have already had universal health care in place, a standard of service would be expected nationwide, meaning that everyone would have the same coverage for the same cost. Healthcare professionals would not only have the tools they need, but people would be able to afford and access it easily. In conclusion, there have been countless successes with universal health care. Some of the few are Australia, Germany, and the UK. There are plenty more examples of how well this has worked. These places around the world are where governments have made the decision to care about their people and do what is best for them. No one deserves to die because they can't get medicine. And that's why universal healthcare coverage is the best and one of the only options for the citizens of the United States.